Alert, community ground protection. Local unrest structure. Assembled, pacified.
Target! Get him! Now!
Love it. It means a lot to me, and it's a place I
about that. Sometime you gotta show me how to do that.
and I really, really love it. It means a lot to me, and it's a place I've made some very sentimental memories. But it's not realistic at all, and it's really just a bunch of primitive shapes that Garry slapped together when he was like 15 years old, and it's only ever going to look as good as that. So, I did what I had to do and threw GM Construct to the wayside and headed to the workshop to find the most realistic map I possibly could. Honestly, picking out realistic maps was way harder than I would have anticipated. There were plenty of incredibly detailed, really nice looking maps, but they weren't exactly realistic. As good as it might have looked, I wasn't going to be able to trick anyone into thinking that GM Construct 2022 was a real-life place. So, I had to look for something even more realistic. I first experimented with maps that utilize photogrammetry, which is a big old nerd word that means you scan a room with your camera and it turns it into a 3D model, I think. These maps looked great, and at certain angles it was literally indistinguishable from real life. Seeing the Dr. Kleiner ragdoll inside of a real-life bedroom was definitely crazy as hell, and I was pretty sure that at this point I had found the winner. The problem that I ran into, though, was that if you scrutinize these maps even a little bit and zoom into the surfaces of objects, it looks like a weird papier-mâché type thing, which, believe it or not, is actually not realistic. I think this happens due to the inaccuracies of smartphone cameras or something, but either way it just wasn't going to work and wouldn't hold up to any scrutiny. Another issue is that, again, these are real-life scans. The mapper can't just add a room or make the map bigger, because that would require scanning another physical room in real life. And let's be honest, nobody wants to put a 3D scan of the entire layout of their real-life home into the hands of a Garry's Mod player. So, both of the photogrammetry maps that I found were really, really small, and that unfortunately meant that I had to give up on the entire scanned room idea. As great as they looked, and as undeniably realistic as they were, they aren't really proper GMOD maps, and they're kind of just big 3D models, which means you can't interact with literally anything in the map, and it would be way, way too limiting to use any of them. So, I thought I'd settle for the next best thing. A crazy realistic GMOD map called Atmospheric House. It's a pretty big house map that I'm pretty sure is directly ported over from some horror game, and it's got some very, very nice looking, high resolution textures. It's also got some incredibly realistic atmospheric lighting, and I think most people would have trouble recognizing it as Gmod if you didn't tell them it was. The test I've been doing to see if a map is realistic enough is spawning Dr. Kleiner and seeing how out of place he looks, and he definitely looks out of place in Atmospheric House, so I figured that this one would be the winner in terms of the most realistic Gmod map, and also a map that would give me the least amount of headaches. I was pretty much out of ideas at this point, and I considered just sticking with GM Construct and calling it a day, because where was I possibly going to find a map that looked good?
Watch out!
Uh-oh. Watch out!
Posting about baller. Friends on TikTok send me baller.
Uh-oh.
Stop posting about baller. I'm tired of seeing it. My friends on TikTok send me baller. On Discord it's fucking baller. I was in studio origami, right? And all the channels were just baller. Also my super couple art to my girlfriend. But you don't got no damn girlfriend. Stop the cat. Hey babe, when the baller. Stop posting about baller. I'm tired of seeing it. My friends on TikTok baller. On Discord it's fucking baller. I was in studio origami, right? And all the channels were just baller.
Uh-oh. Watch out! Uh-oh. Help! Uh-oh. Watch out! Uh-oh. Help! Help! Watch out!
We're on our way to Grampy's, always such good company. It's the only place to be. Over with Grampy. It's the only place to be. Over with Grampy's house.
Uh-oh.
It never is too late. Everybody's resting. He is always full of pep.
Uh-oh.
Everybody's gonna be.